Hello, Internet. It is Glare. We are here with my brother Tempo again. We're doing a card review for the first 13 cards of Voyage to the Sunken City. So, Tempo, how you doing today?
I'm good. Hello, internet people.
Oh, they're not people. It's just
Oh,
the
whoa.
Internet, you know?
Whoa, capital D colon, my guy.
Whoa. Anyway, so we've got, like I said, 13 new cards. We've got a baker's dozen of new cards to review. Uh, my thought on this, and we've talked a little bit about this before, is I think we can't really analyze these as part of decks, right? Like we don't know what the good decks are going to be, especially
So
in
we
standard, but
can
also in wild.
we can
I
take the
might be,
current decks and shove them into the current decks, but we don't know
yeah,
if those decks are going to be good, but kind of based on how good they are looking to be in that deck, we can tell if it's just a strong card that'll be good eventually
yeah.
or not.
For instance, if there's a secret, mage card, it's just obviously going to go in that deck. That deck is a favorite of
Yeah.
mine, but it hasn't been good in a couple of a couple of expansions even, right? It kind of died last year. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's any. I'm taking this as a first look. I haven't looked at the cards yet. My brother here has, so you're gonna know. Do we have any secret mage cards?
No.
No. Big
No, we
sad.
do not.
Big sad. That archetype is kind of dead in standard too, and I don't think it was ever
Mm,
good, right?
we might have one Reno Secret Mage card, but probably not.
Is that going to be what card are we talking about there?
Okani, the card that we just already have,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
but
you guys should if you
probably
haven't
not.
logged in to get your new. It's not here, is it? Why isn't it here? We need to review that card. Where is Okani?
Which card?
Okani is not
Okani.
in. It's not
Four
in the
mana,
spoiled
two
cards.
six.
I know, but I want to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry. So it is a neutral card. It's here. We'll get to this later, but it's somewhat a counter to Kazakuzan Druid and Kazakuzan anything, right? You just choose to
Mhm.
counter the next minion. Blade Master Okani is alive. So to me and to you, Tempo, you had mentioned this before, but it seems like you just shove this in decks until Kazakuzan is not the broken mechanic, right? Because we
It
do get it for
really
free if you open up
depends.
your Hearthstone
We can
and
just skip
swap shit.
forward and talk about this first because we're
Yeah.
kind of on that train. But it's good in the sense where you can pick minion and then they can't play their Kazakhstan until they kill this, so it kind
Mm-hmm.
of sets them behind. But they almost always know that you just picked minion and they just wait and they play a spell to kill the Blade Master Okani, and then they play Kazakhstan after.
How
So it doesn't
much?
really counter it,
How
but it just
much?
slows it down.
Yeah, it could slow it down, and it even slows it down if you pick spell. You could pick
Yeah.
spell. It could be like a little bit of mind games there, like with what's the 6 drop used to be a 5 drop for mage and rogue. Do you know that card Tempo?
Jandis?
Jandis, yeah, where like you would sometimes like mind games your opponent and just say like
Yeah.
the good one is actually the one that dies. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I
um,
haven't actually played with it yet, but it looks like it could be good against certain stuff, just meta depending.
yeah, the Okani we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am playing against at Diamond 8 in standard. I'm playing against almost 50%, 48% uh, Druid, and it's all like for the most part it's Kazakuzan. There's a couple of people playing aggro, but I'm definitely going to be trying this Blade Master Arcani in my decks
Mm,
because it is a lot of the meta right now.
so the way you can look at it is it's an arcane keysmith that's a 2/6 instead of a 2/2,
Hmm.
and it gives you only the option to pick explosive runes or counterspell.
For anybody who doesn't know, can you talk about what that card is? So wild cards,
Arcane
people.
keysmith?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just 4 mana 2/2, discover and play a secret.
That would be.
So this is 4 mana 2/6, discover and play from exactly two secrets, which might even be better because they're two of the good secrets. So this might just be a better arcane keysmith, but
But
then
that
the
card
secret goes
wasn't.
away if it dies.
Was that card great?
Yeah, it still goes in current Reno Secret Mage.
But
Not that
that deck is
that's a
not.
good deck, but
Yeah, yeah. My thought is
it goes
it might
in.
be a mix. This Okani card might be a mix of Arcane Keysmith and Cannonmaster Smythe, which never sees play. Because when it dies, it's like a similar thing to Smith, right? In that way. And when it dies, it does nothing. So you're getting a 4-mana 2/6 taunt, essentially.
Let's put it this way. Arcane Keysmith was a solid card in decent decks in Wild, and if this stays alive and the secret goes off, it's just a strictly better Arcane Keysmith, so this might be the Giganuts.
I'm not hot for this card. I think this card is not bait, but I think it's not going to be as good as you might want it to be. I think we might be fighting the last war because Kazakhstan is not.
Not even for Kazakhstan.
I mean, none. Do any of these cards break Kazakhstan? Like, are they better than Kazakhstan? I don't know what the colossal mechanic is, and I don't know. I haven't seen all the cards yet, but
None of these cards are like deck-defining cards.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Okane has some play, sees some play as like a counter to Kazakhstan or whatever. It might just be a tech card.
It's
metas,
either just a tech card or it's just good, and against aggro you pick minion, and it's a 4-mana 2/6 kill a minion, which is really good.
That is true.
Or against control, you pick 4-mana 2/6, and it's just a 4-mana 2/6 with a counterspell. So it might just be nuts.
I do know that in Wild, Okane is going to be a little weaker because like you're winning on turn 4, 5, 6 in Wild more often than you do in Standard anyway.
The other way to look at it too with the Arcane Keysmith thing is you don't have to play it in Mage. It's an Arcane Keysmith that you can play in any class.
That's true.
So
it does give you. It is actually, that's true. It is a 4-mana counterspell for any class.
Yeah, this basically just gave counterspell and explosive runes to every class. Mm-hmm. It might not be good enough, but it might be really good.
So you're thinking maybe it like jumps in. It might be good in Hunter, say, where like they don't really have a counterspell in like the traditional sense.
Yeah,
they do have a counterspell, obviously, like Ice Trap, but it's not exactly the same as a straight counterspell.
Yeah, like there's a chance that this is. It looks like a solid tech card, except there's a chance that it's just good enough that it just slots into decks because it's good.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I would need to see more of like how the meta shapes up. If Kazakhstan, it will. If Kazakhstan continues to be a player in the meta, I mean, they might nerf it again, but
they're gonna make it cost 9, I think.
I hope so.
Which, I mean, wouldn't kill it.
Really affect the Druid deck and the Warrior deck. I mean, I haven't played against the Warrior deck or as it, but it seems like 9 mana, like you're just.
It makes more sense. But there's a lot of 9 mana 8/8 dragons that are a thing already that are worse than Kazakhstan.
Also, the direct comparison in Wild, which is Elysiana.
Yeah.
What does that card do
also
exactly
had the same
for anybody who is not familiar with?
It's pretty much the same card, but instead of turning your deck into treasures, it just turns it into random bad cards.
It is just random cards, right? I forget because I haven't played.
It's just the same thing as Kazakhstan, but cards.
Just any card.
Treasures, yeah.
Yeah, that's Kazakhstan is a better card than that. Let's hop up to Katori Lightblade. Are you able to see my screen? I assume you are, but
no, but I'm looking at it on my own. So.
Poggers. Okay, so we have Katori Lightblade, which is a 2-mana 2/3 for Paladin. It's odd they put the Paladin cards before the neutral cards.
Yeah, then yeah.
Weird. Yeah, so it's a 2-mana 2/3, so it's a Crocolisk at base, and we like those. And after you cast a holy spell on this, cast it again on another friendly minion. So this card is, we were talking about, it's Ginny of Zephyrs, right?
It's both Ginny of Zephyrs, and it's also Sunwing Squawker.
And hear me out here, it's also a Crocolisk.
Oh my god, so good.
So good. But no, Sunwing Squawker. How is it Sunwing Squawker?
Because it's the same kind of thing where you're paying mana for like not great stats, but it's giving you an extra Libram or giving you an extra spell. Like,
but then isn't it just Ginny of Zephyrs? Because that's exactly what Ginny of Zephyrs does, right?
Yeah, it's exactly a cheaper Genie of Zephyrs, but we have a direct comparison to a card that's already run in the Paladin deck this would go in.
Okay, so maybe you cut
So
one of the squawkers for like a Katori Lightblade, or you put a third squawker in. What do you think would be the way that you build this? Because we've talked about like when you're reviewing, you can't really like you don't know all the cards, right?
yeah, Libram is a really solid ladder deck. It's underplayed for how good it is, but I do run Squawkers in my list,
Okay.
and they feel really good, so I could definitely see finding room for one more card that's might be way better than Squawker, might be worse. We're not sure yet.
It'll certainly be tried. I mean, at very worst, it's a body that you can buff. It's not horribly statted.
The deck
Um,
also doesn't have many two. Like, let me look at my list.
okay, I didn't know that. I don't
Yeah,
play a
the
whole
deck
lot of
runs
standard, so
a single 2-drop right now,
okay. So now it runs
and
two.
McGurgle.
Yep.
So I could definitely see cutting one card to find room for that, because it's not the end of the world if you just play it on turn 2, because that threatens. There's like 8 buff cards
A
that cost
lot.
3 or
You can
less.
even
So,
coin it, right? You can go coin 2, 3, and be like, here, take your turn,
yeah,
deal with
threaten
this,
to
and
put
then
your Libram on it, threaten to put your Noble Mount on it,
even
threaten to put your Hand of Adal.
Hand of It All is nerfed, but still like a 4/4 for 4 mana over 2 turns that you get to play on turn 2 is pretty good.
Yep.
All right, so Shimmering Sunfish, 3 mana, 2/5 beast with Battle Cry. If you're holding a holy spell, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. That seems bad.
So it's a better version of that card that you like to play in Call to Arms, Pally.
Drekthar.
No, the 3 mana 2/5 guy that has Taunt and
Um,
Lifesteal. It's that, but less situational.
oh yeah,
Basically.
I don't love to play that card. I just have played it before.
Yeah. So
Um,
it's the same thing where this is really good in Libram, because there's a lot of holy spells, and a 3 mana 2/5 Taunt Divine Shield is a lot of stats for 3 mana.
that is true. I am definitely coming at this from a wild perspective, where like you're not always running a lot of holy spells in your wild. You called arms, it's
And
like 4 holy spells.
I
But
still have my list up. The only 3 drops in the deck are Bannerman and Stonehearth Vindicator, which are not tempo 3 drops.
would you
So
cut
this,
those to put this in, and like where's the space that you find?
I don't know what I'm cutting yet, but um, we'll just have to figure it out. But both of
Yep.
these cards are really good in the current Libram Pally list in standard.
But that's fighting the old. That's
100%.
fighting the previous war, and the new.
Yeah.
The new cards are going to come out. And like I've been saying throughout the video, right? We're not going to be able to like perfectly predict what's going to be good, but
Yeah.
this looks to you anyway. It looks like it's going to be a good
These
card
are
in standard
upgrades
Vibrant
to a
Paladin
deck. Yeah, they're upgrades to a deck that's already good right now. So
for sure.
we'll see.
Speaking of upgrades, it's Sir Finley. Sir Finley is back. We have a 1 mana
Oh,
1/3 Murloc with Battle Cry. Swap your hand with the bottom of your deck. I have no idea if this is going to be good. It is a neutral card, so it gives you plot twist for every class, which is pretty interesting. It is a 1 mana 1/3, which is like not the worst stat line. I feel like there's some shenanigans that are going to be pulled with this Sir Finley card.
Yeah, I
Um,
haven't put too much thought into it yet, but the things that I've noted are there's 2 not insane things. The first one is that in Wild it shuffles your Baku back into your deck in odd
Ooh,
decks,
yeah, you're
which
you're
is
a
like
you're a fan of the what is it? I can't remember what the card's called, but you like the 1/3 that shuffles the lowest
yeah.
cost cards. You this is just a replacement for that in decks, right?
Oh, not the replacement. I'm running both. In
All
any
all
deck,
three.
basically that's what it is. It's a different version of that card. It's
Hmm.
good in that Questline Paladin that we put together the other day, but that deck
Yeah, that
is
deck is not.
subpar.
It's suboptimal.
Yeah. So those are the 2 like less good uses of it. The good use is I have the feeling it doesn't work, but it's a really good activator for your Warlock weapon in Owl Lock.
Or
So we'll see.
also it could be a good answer to um, not an answer, sorry, but you could put it in Mechathune as well. Conceivably, just to like, because you do run the rod, right? It's any rod deck if it is
Yeah.
what we want it to be, which is if the swapping counts towards your weapon ticks.
Oh, I didn't think about it until just when you said Mechathune, but it works really well with your Solarium and your Secret Passage.
Ooh,
Does the same thing, I'm assuming, where it just cheats and lets you keep the cards in hand.
well, that's broken. That seems really good.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
going Solarium Finley on 2 is just
Good.
draw a bunch of cards. And
Does it go in Painlock
other...
tempo?
Da-da-da-da.
There's no way it goes in Painlock.
The
It's
other
not
use is
aggressive enough.
in decks where you really want to find that one card. So
Oh yeah. It
things
makes
like-
it Celestial Alignment.
like Garrote Rogue, it might be good. Like I said, it makes the Secret Passage cheat some cards.
I haven't seen
Might get your
Garrote Rogue
Yeah.
on like people's streams. People aren't playing.
Garrote
it.
Rogue is not very playable right now
Mm-hmm.
because Druid gains a lot of armor.
It does, but it's still a good deck. So
But yeah, if the Druid falls off a bit, then I could see this going in Garrote Rogue.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a one card draw engine essentially. If you're secret passaging into the Sir Finley, that's actually really cool.
Basically, there's a lot of places I could see it going, and none of them are crazy except for probably Garrote Rogue, and if it works with the Warlock weapon.
Yeah,
That's it, though.
I don't think it's gonna work with the Warlock weapon. I want it to, but
My gut says no because it's swap, not draw.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay, so we have a Chillwind Yeti, ladies and gentlemen. It's the
Chillwind
the
Yeti.
token Chillwind Yeti for this expansion. It is a Chillwind Yeti, 4 mana, 4/5 with a battle cry. Put 3 colossal minions on the bottom of your deck. So I don't know what that means.
So the colossal minions, you can scroll down. We have 2 of them revealed right now.
Spawns X additional appendages. What the hell?
Yeah. So like when you play the Druid one, click on the card and you can see the card that gets summoned alongside it, the Kalaka's shell.
Do I click it? Oh,
Do you see it?
mouse
You
over
just
it.
hover over it. Yeah, so when you play Kalaka, it also summons the shell, and it's 2 cards in 1 card.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, so you pay 7, you get the 6/5 that's immune while you control.
So they have to kill
the
that
0/8 that it
before
summoned.
It's like a Hydra.
Yeah,
This is a lot of colossal.
it's cool, but
You don't think it's good?
I don't know if the Kalaka one's gonna be good. I don't see it shoving Kazakhstan out. Or what's rotating though? Is everything rotating?
Lightning Bloom is rotating. A
'Cause
lot of stuff is rotating.
It's April, isn't everything rotating?
No, not the new stuff. But a lot of stuff is rotating. That's where like
Or like
really
all the old stuff, I mean.
Yeah. Really, we're not going to be able to tell what is going to be good unless it's just like
Yeah.
completely broken on base power level.
This is a beast, and it's not Kazakhstan, so I don't see it. And it's not anywhere close to as good or better than Kazakhstan, I don't
No,
think.
I don't think so either. Although it might fit in. Sorry,
The
I'm
deck
looking at
might be.
looking at this other card, which is Colossal 4.
Yeah,
which
that card's better.
That card seems better. Yeah.
It's much better because there's this big demon hunter thing, and you can cheat this card out. This card's bad when you play it for 7, but when you play it for 5 and you get like this
It's
and another
Colossal,
demon,
It's when it's
then it's
summoned,
good.
so it's actually
exactly.
that's
So
really
you can
good.
you can
Really
play
good.
like you can coin out the 5 mana sigil, and then you get this guy on turn 5, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah. So this Yeti that we're looking at here, you play a Yeti and then you battle cry and put some minions on the bottom of your deck too. I assume this is what Dredge does, right?
So
You look at
Dredge-
the bottom 3 cards of your deck, but 1 on top. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I like that.
It's pretty much the same thing as just discover from your deck. Doesn't matter if it's bottom 3 unless there's more cards like this ambassador guy that puts stuff on the bottom of your deck.
I imagine there will be some, although not enough to make a deck. That's my
Yeah.
guess.
So Dredge is very similar to the Rogue SI reward with the 1 mana 3/2 discover a card, put it on top of your opponent's deck.
But it's for you.
but it's for you. So it's
So it's
the direct
it's the
comparison.
2 minute
Demon
2
Hunter.
3 2. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know what it's called, but I know the card
yeah.
you're talking about. And presumably, people in the video who are watching the video will also recognize that card. But could you look up quick what that card is called?
It is called Sightless Watcher.
Sightless Watcher. Thank you. That was fast. Holy. Okay, so we've already looked at Blade Master Akani. I think it's a little bit of a bait, but it could be really, really strong. And the fact that it's neutral means it can go in a lot of decks. So now every class has a counterspell, which is pretty cool.
It's either a tech card or it's nuts. We're not really sure yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what the meta shapes up to be, I think. And if it is Kazaku's-on, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
This Tuskar Trawler.
The Yeti, by the way, I don't think we said what we think of it, but the Yeti,
Oh yeah, I thought we
as
did.
of
But
as
maybe
of
not.
now, is Garbo.
Back,
But
well, what we said was it doesn't go in decks unless it goes in a deck devoted to colossal stuff and dredge.
not necessarily.
That was my.
But
I thought we said that, but maybe not.
I mean, obviously you want to dredge the one you put 3 colossals on the bottom, and then you dredge the one that you want to the top. That's like the general idea of what it looks like it's trying to do, but that doesn't sound very powerful to me. So there
doesn't.
needs to be something more than that this does.
I mean, this is a 4-mana 4/5. We know Yetis on turn 1
Yeah.
win games.
My gut says that this is just going to be really bad.
There's a direct comparison to wait. It beats Fatigue, and there's a direct comparison to the 5/4 for Warlock.
The guy that makes primes.
Yeah, what's that card called?
It is called
That card would be a very direct comparison, and
Envoy Rustway.
Envoy Rustrix. If the colossal cards are good, I think Ambassador Phelan might be good, but who knows?
I mean, so far we've seen 2, and they're both worse than primes, I think.
Primes are pretty good though. It's like maybe it's like a
Exactly.
fixed version of primes that they're trying to go for, where like the
Yeah.
primes weren't ever really played, but in a vacuum they were
It's
pretty
primes,
powerful.
but less
so
random.
so
Less
far,
random,
I mean,
less powerful.
we don't actually
don't know.
know that, right? Well, we'll see. We'll see what they reveal in the next couple of weeks before the expansion drops on. I think it's the 12th of April. You guys have about a month to look forward to that.
The thing is, if we're just playing this to put cards in our deck, it's just worse than Kazakus. So I don't know.
yeah, that's true. It does take up a pretty prime slot in
Yeah,
standard.
it's also not a dragon, so we can't play both. So
Truth.
unless there's some really good colossal stuff we want to do, this looks just worse than Kazakus.
Yeah, for sure. So this Tuskar Trawler seems bad.
Looks good to me.
Dredge.
So
Not. Oh, it's a pirate. Okay.
it is a pirate.
I did
yes.
not see. Yes. I did not see that it was a pirate.
Yes.
I saw a Crocolisk and some filler, some pack filler.
You see
but
now.
it is a pirate. Wow.
So it is a Sightless Watcher.
The name too is pretty awesome. Tuskar Trawler.
Yeah. So Sightless Watcher, I've played it a lot in like the Smork Demon Hunter lists I've played, and it's like almost not good enough. But the only reason it feels not good enough is because it doesn't matter that it's a demon. Like if it mattered that it was a demon and you could do stuff with demons, it would be good.
This
100%
This is
good.
like. This makes me happy. This is gonna fill
So-
some gaps in pirate decks in like rogue that they don't give rogue pirates really.
Yeah.
Since
So the
Prize
weakest.
Plunderer, and now we have this.
Yep. The one weakness or the biggest weakness to standard Pirate Warrior is a lack of 2-drops, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking
So-
wild because I see Pirate Warrior. I think wild. They're really they have pushed standard Pirate Warrior so hard.
Yeah. So the only 2-drops in standard Pirate Warrior are Harbor Scamp, Blood Cell Raider, and Fog Cell Freebooter.
And
So
then there's
the
like
best
not very many 1-drops
info.
either, right? So this is like something to play on
Yeah.
too, so you don't
The
just
best.
die.
Basically, you play Questline on 1,
Yeah.
and then the best follow-up is a Blood Cell Raider, just stock 2 mana, 2/3 pirate. So this is just better than that.
Nice.
So, yep.
Seems good.
And you're
There's
also
the issue. Oh
currently,
no, you get to choose. You get to choose if you want to put
yeah,
patches on top or
yeah, it's
whatever.
really good.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just good.
yeah. That seems really
And
good.
currently the deck is running just Ratchet Privateer, the 3 mana 4/3, give your weapon +1 attack just to have more
That is in
pirates.
fact Ratchet. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, like it's just running all the pirates it can because it needs more pirates.
Yeah.
So this is a 2 mana pirate. Doesn't really matter as much what it does, but it does something better than most of the other 2 mana pirates. So this is the nuts in standard. And in wild, I already looked at the list. I could see it replacing exactly Fog Sail Freebooter and nothing else.
That was my thought too. Is it's comparable to Foxhail and a little bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe you cut like. You might even cut some of the like. Do you ever cut Sussy Captain? People were cutting the Captain for Barge, Sky Barge in Wild about a month
I don't
ago.
like it.
But
I
it
think
completes the quest faster, right? Than like a
Sure.
Captain. I mean, I don't know.
But I think
It was a
playing
thought.
Captain is a higher win rate than completing quest a turn sooner. I think Captain's that strong.
I'd have to look at
Um,
the. I don't have the list in front of me, and I have to see obviously what the whole expansion
Yeah.
looks like. So
I think the only cards you would cut for this Crocobro are Fog Sail Freebooter or Shiver Their Timbers, and that's it.
just to explain what Crocobro means, there's a Crocolisk,
Crocolisk.
River Crocolisk, and it's a 2 mana 2/3 with no upside.
They're
And it was
watching
a,
Hearthstone video. They know Crocolisk.
they don't know
Come on.
Crocobro though. I mean, I just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the Crocolisk.
So Serpent Wig is a 1 mana priest spell. Give a minion +1/+1. If you played a Naga while holding this, add a Serpent Wig to your hand. They're gonna put some Nagas in priest or in neutral, or this card is going to be bad. Unless
So
there's something where it's just good as a 1 mana give
it's
+1/+1.
not just good as a 1 mana +1/+1, but there's this card. Um,
Naga Sandwich.
yeah,
I
what's
know.
it called?
What is it?
Extra Arms. That was the Giganuts, like the absolute Giganuts, even in Wild, as 2 mana +2/+2, added 2 mana +2/+2, and this is better than that if it's active.
If it's active.
Exactly. So if it's active, this is better than a card that's nuts in Wild. So
Okay, well that's all we can really say about it, right? We just don't know if
Yep.
it's going to be if there's going to be enough Nagas. So
yep, that's all we know. If this is active, it's one of the best cards in standard.
We're still
at the
talking about
first.
Serpent Wig.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch over to Kalaka, which is a 7 mana 6/5 beast with Colossal +1. When summoned, sorry, it spawns X additional appendages, and it can't be damaged or targeted, I think, by opponents if you have Kalaka's shell. It seems okay. I don't know what the Colossal mechanic is going to do, if it's like a meme or if it's going to be a really strong keyword this set. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not going to say it's anything more than just what it's doing on this card unless we see something else. So
Yeah.
as of now, this is just a 7 mana 6/5 that might deal 6 before it gets damaged, and then you gain 16 kind of,
Uh-huh.
because you're gaining 8 armor and then taunting for 8. It's most likely not relevant that it's a beast, but it could be.
Are they copies of the minion?
No, it's just Kalaka's shell. It's just another card right there.
And right there, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Like when you scroll over the Kalaka's shell, when you click on Kalaka.
Yeah. So for anyone who's watching at home, it's taunt, death rattle, gain +8 armor. So
Yeah.
it's
So
13 armor, right? No, it is 16. Yeah, because you have the
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 8 taunt and then gain 8. So basically, it's one of those cards where it doesn't look that good, but it is doing a lot,
The
and
fact
that's
that you have to play it from hand would be rough, except it's druid, so maybe it's just like good
Yeah.
enough.
it's one of those hidden druid cards where it looks bad at first glance.
Oh, I don't think that.
Like both druid hero cards were underestimated in the reveals, just because it's like, oh, you're just like getting some armor and getting some mana. That's
But
not
you got to
like
remember it costs
winning
like
the game.
this will cost 3 mana. In standard, it won't because they won't have lightning bloom. But you could build a deck around this.
Yeah, so this is one of those cards where like it doesn't look insane, but it might just be doing enough where enough is enough, you know?
Yeah, I'm afraid
Like,
of ramp because Druid has so much of it, right? Like 7 mana is not really that much of a
I
hassle
mean,
for Druids.
the thing I would compare this to, it might sound weird, but is Scale of Onyxia,
No, I buy that.
because it's the 7 mana thing you do
Hmm.
for 7 mana in the deck after you play your Overgrowth. So when you're behind on board, is this better or worse than Scale of Onyxia? It doesn't kill the stuff, but it gets you a lot of armor.
It is a beast, which is
And
relevant in some.
it isn't as much pressure as a scale, like if played against a control deck. But
Yeah. And you.
the thing is, the 2/1s can get cleared so easy. Like this is definitely better to play than a scale on 7 if
Exactly.
they don't have stuff.
I was gonna say that, and it won't be on 7. I was gonna say that my list of Clown Druid might slot this in,
Yeah, this could go in Clown Druid, yeah.
just for like more defensive stuff. I think I would
Yeah,
take. I think I would take out like I don't know actually. Let me look at. I want to look at my list, but I also want to stay focused on the
Yeah.
review. So I
Let's
think,
do it after.
yeah, but for like people who are watching who have watched previous episodes of my, well, not previous episodes. This is like a bonus video we're putting out, but my Gaming with Glare series this week. For those of you guys who haven't watched that, you should. Was on Clown Druid. So you ramp to Carnival Clown and Survival of the Fittest, and I was gonna say like you play this on 7 and then you Lightning Bloom out a Survival, but then you can't do that because Lightning Bloom's going away. Anyway,
Another thing is
this seems. I
there
think
is a
I'm rating it higher than you are. I think.
maybe. I
Okay,
mean, I think this is a good card. I just don't see it fitting in a deck that's better than Kazakhstan currently.
Yeah, I agree. But a lot of the support for, like, some of the support for Kazakhstan is going away. With, again, Lightning Bloom is going away.
Yeah.
I don't know all the, like, I'm pretty bad
Not
at
sure
knowing
what's
when cards
rotating.
came out, but I think that stuff is rotating. It's April, so
So what's actually rotating?
yeah, look into that while we're
Go
talking.
back. Overgrowth's rotating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just have Wild Growth. Okay. That makes this deck a lot worse. The Kalaka deck a lot worse.
That makes just the Kazakhstan deck a lot worse. Which might mean there's more room for this deck to be better.
I think Kazakhstan is maybe in a lot of trouble without Overgrowth and
And Nature Studies.
And Nature Studies,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I could see a home for this deck. I don't see it right now. Or for this card. I don't see it right now, but it is a base power level.
It does a powerful thing.
It does a pretty strong thing. And it's in Druid, so if you're cheating it out, then it's good. If you're not cheating it out and you're playing it on turn 7, it's probably bad.
Yeah, but that won't happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
if it's good enough
we'll
to
just
run in a deck, you're going to be cheating it out, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Xylag of the Abyss. That is a cool artwork. Awesome name, too. Colossal plus 4. At the start of your turn, increase the damage of Xylag's stalks. Let's see what the stalks do. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. They're 2 mana 1/2s. That seems okay. Seems good, actually, because you get 4 of them, and you can cheat this into play.
So the comparison card is Priestess of Fury.
Yeah. This is better than that, I think, because it is...
This is... survives easier.
It does. The stalks... if they live for 1 turn, you win the game, I think. Against most aggro decks, anyway.
Yes. And the thing is, they have to kill the stalks before this guy normally.
They don't. Oh, you just
Well,
mean
the
because
stocks,
the
the
stocks are
stocks
what
are the
deals the
thing doing the
damage.
powerful
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this is just the 3/6.
So it's a 4/8 plus a 3/6 plus mini Priestess of Fury for 7 mana. Seems good.
Yeah, it's
This
like a
this
Priestess
this
of
feels
Fury.
like Eldrazi from a little bit I mean the artwork for one thing, but then the Eldrazi tribe from Magic, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
It's just doing, this is just doing a lot of stuff.
it is, and all the
It's the
things it
same
does are
thing.
powerful. So
It's the same thing as the other Colossal card, where like if you're playing it for 7, like, no thanks. But if you're cheating this out and it's in a big demon deck, then yes, please.
I feel like this has more ability to be cheated out than Kalaka,
It
right?
does,
In the new meta
but
where there's no or much less ramp for Kalaka.
yeah, I'm not sure what's rotating out of that deck actually either. Um, oh, Pit Commander's rotating.
Ooh,
Um,
this never sees playing wild.
yeah, definitely not. Is it just Outland Scholomance, or is Dark Moon also rotating? I'm not
Dark
sure.
Moon was in December. It was like their I think it might have even been in November.
I don't know what rotates when. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's not worry about it. We'll
Okay.
find out when more cards come out. We'll have to learn what sets are rotating, and from there we'll be able to reevaluate cards maybe.
Just this
Xylag of the
card.
Abyss, it seems good, but only if
Just
you can
this
cheat it.
card isn't. It's not gonna make Big Demon Hunter go from unplayable right now to really good. So we need more than this. But
Yeah, for sure.
if it's a deck, then this goes in it. So
That is for sure. This card is pretty good on a base level. It doesn't break the game though, and it's only a one of in decks.
oh, it breaks the game if you're playing it on turn 4 or 5 every game.
Okay, I'm talking about wild when I say it doesn't break
Oh
the game.
yeah.
But yeah, in standard it's pretty strong.
Yep.
It is definitely an upgraded Priestess of Fury if you get it to stick for a turn.
Yeah,
So
that's what you said. If it lives for a turn, you probably win the game against anything.
Azuran Sweeper is a 3 mana what's that, mage minion. It's a mech. You put a Sunken Sweeper on the bottom of your deck. Let's see what a Sunken Sweeper is. You add 3 random mechs to your hand, okay? It seems like pack filler, except it is a 3
If
mana
you
3/4.
like Spider Tank,
Yeah, I know, right?
I've got a card for you.
I know, right? It should maybe cost 4. Because it gives you value on top of being a spider tank.
I mean,
it is. It's just the.
It's just garbage, right?
Oh, totally. It's the class card version of spider tank, but spider tank is not. Yeah, I think I said
mean,
pack filler is my immediate reaction.
I mean, the thing I see with this is it's common. So in Arena, where there's going to be a bunch of Dredge cards, and you can put that card on the bottom and then dredge it to the top, this card's actually insane. Like in Arena.
Uh-huh.
But no thanks for Constructed. Just
Yeah,
hard,
this is
hard
how,
pass.
how do you build a deck around Azuran Sweeper? Because you would need to for it
You
to
don't.
be good. Exactly. So Spell Coiler, 2 mana Battlecry. Sorry, 2 mana 2/3 Naga Mage
That's
minion.
nuts.
If you cast a spell with holding this, discover a spell. Yeah, it's just Crocolisk with an enormous
It's one
upside, and it's Naga.
Yeah,
It's a Naga. So
it's a Wand Thief that's Naga. It goes in standard quest line. It goes in wild quest. Like it's just
sorry, Wild Quest. Remind me of what the I haven't
take an
seen that.
extra turn.
I haven't seen that in like a month, man.
Yeah, take an extra turn. The parrot deck.
Yeah. I guess I have seen that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it just
like,
goes
a
in
week
that
ago,
100%
but
of the
yeah.
time.
That seems good.
Yeah. Like they're currently running.
It's a bad top deck, but not. I mean, it is a 2 mana 2/3.
It's already
it's an
running
awful
Wand
top deck.
Thief.
Yeah.
Just
You think it
like
just
this
replaces Wand Thief?
I mean, I don't really know the good list, but
I feel like Wand
this
Thief is
is-
better than this, right? Unless you want the Naga synergy, because it costs
Depends.
1. You can like, I don't know. I don't know that deck well enough, but it
if
looks
you
like
actually
it's a
wanna
powerful
play the
card.
spell,
It's
yeah, it's a really good card.
Marsh Spawn in some ways.
This is also maybe a card for Wildfire Mage because you're not running that many spells, which means this won't be active a crazy amount of the time, but being able to discover a spell that you don't have to run in your deck is pretty good when you're not running many spells.
That is true.
So if you can make this work, it's pretty good in Wildfire Mage too. This just looks good. It's just a good card.
Yeah, agreed.
2 mana, 2/3, discover a spell. And it's easy to activate, right? You just have to play a spell. So it just looks good.
Blood Scent Vile Fin is a 4-mana 4/4 Murloc with Battle Cry Dredge. If it's a Murloc, changes cost to health instead of mana. I don't even know how to react to that. Like, why are they pushing Murloc Warlock?
Hear me out. You go to Wild, right?
And then you play good decks instead of
you
this.
play a Sea Devil Stinger, right? You coin out a Sea Devil Stinger on turn 3.
Yeah.
Right. With the health, you play another Sea Devil Stinger. Okay. Right. So then, with that health, then you play a Blood Scent Vilefin.
This is a confusing combo that I don't think I like.
And then you play double Mountain Giant.
Oh, okay.
Or Molten Giant.
That's gonna happen every time.
This is like a Molten Giant Murloc aggro deck.
No, it's not.
It's not. No, it's not.
It's really
like,
not. I mean,
all I'm saying is imagine.
They could print cards that make it viable,
all I'm saying.
but they're gonna have to try really hard to make this Blood Scent Vilefin good. Bootstrap Sunken Ear combo. 5-mana 4/4 Pirate for Rogue. With combo, put an enemy minion on the bottom of your opponent's deck. Oops, they dredged.
It's just Vilespine.
Yeah,
it's just Vilespine.
But I mean, they can dredge and get it back, and it's also it's a pirate. It's better than Vilespine.
Yeah, so it's better than Vilespine unless dredge is like a super relevant thing, and Vilespine.
It might be, but it won't be.
I don't know how good Vilespine would be right now though. Like
it would be played, and I haven't seen it ever. So,
I mean, the thing is, it was the Giganuts back in the day, but that was back in the day.
Exactly.
And the good rogue deck right now is SI7 Rogue that runs this card for 0 mana. So, yeah.
Unfortunate.
I don't know.
It is a pirate. There's that tag.
Is anything rotating from that deck, actually?
To, like, fit this in, you mean? I honestly don't think so. I think a lot of the... Oh, wait, Wicked Stab, maybe?
Secret Passage.
No way, that's rotating?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm sad about that. I like it.
Yeah, they took away the Charge Pirate package in Standard, and they're just like... they're deconstructing that deck.
Wow. Right,
so that is all of the new cards that we've seen. Do you have any special favorites you want to talk more about, or?
I think most of it looks meh, and then Spellcoiler looks really good.
Yeah.
Serpent Wig might be the Giganuts, but like chances are it's not.
We need like, a lot of.
We need like 6 or 8 Nagas.
Yeah.
And I doubt they're gonna make 6 or 8 really good Nagas for exactly aggro priest.
God,
so I doubt it.
Not. Yeah, we'll see.
Might be really good.
We'll see though. I like Xylac, just like the flavor of it. I like Colossal. It seems like it's gonna be like average or below average, but it seems really spicy.
Yeah, and then Tuskar Trawler is.
Where's that?
Definitely
good. That is a good card. Yeah.
It's definitely just good.
I love that my immediate reaction was not. It's just a Crocolisk, but it's a pirate. So.
Yeah. And then the Paladin cards are both slotting into a deck that I like, so I like that. But I think the powerful cards we're looking at here are Spellcoiler and Tuskar Trawler. And maybe Finley if you can do some broken stuff, but Secret Passage is rotating.
What about Spellcoiler? Spellcoiler is also top tier, right?
Spellcoiler's
the cards we just had revealed. It seems like
it's
like
Spellcoiler
tier of good cards.
And the Pirate Crocolisk are, I think, the 2 best cards here.
Yeah, which is kind of a testament to the power of 2 mana 2/3s.
Yep, Crocolisk OP.
Indeed. Cool. So that is the first review I'm doing with my brother here of the cards from Voyage to the Sunken City. I hope you guys enjoyed our banter and learned something about what the new cards are, and that you can return for the next one, which I actually don't know when that's going to be, but I'm going to try to do some more reviews of the cards as they get spoiled, and
Maybe like once a week or something.
Once a week,
If
yeah.
new stuff is out. Something
Exactly. So this could be our Thursday ritual if you're interested in continuing to do this tempo until the whole
Probably, yeah.
set has been spoiled. This was fun.
Like that.
Yeah, so I am Glare on Twitch. I stream every night from 10 to 2, East Coast US, and I'm on Twitter as well, at Glare underscore HS. It's spelled GL4R3. I'm also on YouTube, which you guys know if you found this video on YouTube, at Glare HS. And my brother Tempo, if you want to plug yourself at all.
It's me. I'm Tempo. Find me in places. Sup?
He exists on the internet. It's a fact of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyway, this was fun. Thank you for hopping in for this cool, new set review. And anyone who's watching at home, I will see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that's it.
Wham.